everyone. Good day. I am Annalisa Bolo, one of the pre-sales consultant of Fast Track Solutions. So I am here today to present to you the construction edition of Acumatica ERP. So I would like to start my presentation today by first presenting to you the Acumatica user interface upon logging in. So here on the left side, you'll see the workspaces available in the system. So Acumatica is a role-based ERP, which means that users will have access to the workspaces that are relevant to their role. So on the right side, you'll see the default homepage that I've set for my user login, which is the project overview dashboard. So project overview dashboard is a relevant dashboard board for those construction operations team members, management, or executives that would like to see a full view of what's happening across their project. So the typical information that we'll see in the project overview dashboard includes cost by project. So here we have the list of projects, including the revised estimates and the cost that we have incurred to date, and the open committed cost, which means the created purchase order or subcontracts document that we have committed to for this project. We also have the revised estimates by project and the remaining estimate percentage by project that are available in pie graph or bar graph format. When we scroll down here, we see that we have a job site camera widget. So this job site camera is commonly utilized among Acumatica customers. So they have job site cameras, flying drones on their job sites, capturing job site progress photos, or even using this job site camera or progress photos as part of their weather service update. So this is a critical technology that is embedded on the dashboard of Acumatica. So here we also have the gross profit by project that is in table format and in pie or donut chart format. So here if we see if I hover my mouse around the pie chart and through each project, I can see the gross profit percentage by project. And if I want to see the details of the 10.66 gross profit for this project, I can just click this part of the pie and it will direct me um to the details of it, um which is particularly for Palm Estates. So here we see the revised estimate, the cost to date, the open committed cost, the remaining estimate, and the remaining estimate percentage, and even the original contract for this project that we have for this project. We can see here also that there are data that are highlighted in blue or in hyperlink format that which means that we can further drill down this information to see the details of it. So we can click the project or the open committed cost. And if we click this particular cost data, it will direct me to a certain inquiry that lists down all the commitments I have for Palm Estates project. And as we've seen on the inquiry that we had, that we previously visited earlier, you have zero committed costs, meaning we expect that for this project, we have all our subcontract documents or purchase order documents are already closed or settled. So here, if you double check, all the status are tagged as closed. So that is um, some of the drill down capabilities that we can utilize right from the project overview dashboard. Other than this, I also want to present the project manager's dashboard, which is in my favorite section. So as we know, we can tag a star icon for each features or functions available in Acumatica if we want to access this feature right away into our favorites workspace. And one of the um, picture that I included in my favorites is the project manager dashboard. So here, if I'll view the project manager dashboard, I can see here my key performance indicator tile. So basically, the project manager dashboard is perfect for, of course, project managers, our foreman, supervisors. So this is an individual contributors dashboard. So meaning I'm able to see the projects that I am assigned to, my key performance indicators, like the active projects that I have, the late project tasks that I have to monitor, my low billing ratio, my underutilized employees, my over budget projects, and my unprofitable projects that I need to manage um, and monitor. Um, so it's here. All the data are here on the styles, my task and my overview task. So here on the right side, I also have my weather app. So basically, this is just a URL showing the National Weather Service. So if you're mobilizing from job site, your crews, equipment, materials, so having this weather service within your daily field report or um, um, just visible to your dashboard. So it's actually helpful for you to plan and schedule things based on this data. So you know that if you need to reschedule certain mobilizations because there's a bad weather on this particular area. So this embedded web page function in Acumatica dashboard is would be very helpful um, in job sites. So other than this, we have other widgets that we can add in our project manager dashboard. If it's not here, you can click the design tool and you can actually edit, copy, or even add widget um, right in your dashboard. So here you have selections of widgets that you can add to dashboard. It could be a chart, a data table, an embedded page like the weather app that we have that I've previously shown, the header, the key performance indicator, the tiles that we have also in the project manager dashboard, the link, the pivot table, a pivot table, Power BI tile, and plan card KPI. So we can select any of this widget and click next, and it will there and you can set the parameters that um, that you want for this widget to be based on. So what information will be captured for this particular widget so we can define it on the widget parameters or settings. So it's just here on the design tool. So I will just exit the design um, mode and um, so and I'll go back to my project manager's dashboard. So basically, um, these are some of the dashboard that is available under project. So the project manager and project overviews. There are other um, project dashboards that are available, like Project Flow and Project Consultant, but I won't go into detail to this already. But for other dashboards, these are also um, for sure presented already in other Acumatica sessions like inventory dashboard, CRM dashboard, finance dashboard, distribution dashboard. So these are the standard. There are also standard dashboards available for each of those um, part of the operations. So for the project dashboard, I just highlighted the project manager dashboard and project overview dashboard. So now I want to jump into the projects right away, which is actually part of the construction workspace. So here I will just click the construction workspace and projects under profiles. So I will just pull out one example. So I want to show you the beach hotel and condos as my sample project for this demo. So this project scheme here is quite unique in the construction accounting ERPs. So here with projects, you can manage all aspects of a project in one screen. So you can do it by tab, managing your revenue budget, cost budget. You can even create a purchase order, create a subcontract right from this project screen, add tasks, add common tasks, activate tasks, or complete tasks, so you can do it as well on this project screen. So I can do all this, and everybody that has access to this project can see this information in real time. So right here in this project window, I want to start with my header, with the header section. So in the header section, basically this includes the project ID, of course, the customer for this project, and the template. So um, this is one way to kickstart your project is by having a template or by having a template. So this template is used for creating a project. So maybe you already have previous um, project that is similar to the one that you are creating now. So once you create a project, you can just select the same template, pull out this information, and once selected, it will also pull up the same data for the project properties and billing and allocation settings that you have set for that template. So here in the project properties, this is where you will define on how you want to view or monitor your revenue budget level. Do you want to monitor it by task only, or by task and cost code, or by task item and cost code? Cost budget levels. Do you want Same way, do you want to monitor it by task only, or task and cost code, or task item and cost code, or task and item only? So you can define it there. Your start and end date, the project manager assigned. Um, how do you monitor your inventory? Here, your billing and allocation settings, your currency for this project, your terms, your allocation rule, your billing rule. Is it progress billing, which in case for this sample project, it's progress billing? Is it time material? Is it a fixed price, regardless of um, regardless of um, the time and material spent? Is it a fixed price in terms of labor plus the material and equipment expenses? You can define those billing rules here um, as part of your preferences. Um, you can also define if you want to create a pro forma invoice on the billing. So if it will create first a pro forma before an actual ER invoice that is already posted and affects our financials. So we can also define in our summary tab the retainage. So do we have a retainage percentage for this particular customer, or for this particular project? So this are um, defined. This can be defined on your template already in one way to kickstart your project. So other ways could include like um, uploading a template, copying a project template, or import um, or use the import from functionality. So as we work in the project and we put all the relevant information related to the project, so this data becomes accessible to the field, to the office. So um, any changes or any data that is tagged to this project is all here in one screen. So one example here is the cost budget tab. So here we can see the details of the project tasks, our cost codes, our work breakdown structure, the quantity for each, the quantity allocated for, and budgeted for each project task and cost code. So we can see also the columns that are available, like the original budget quantity, the original budgeted amount, the potential change order quantity and amount. So this potential change order pertains to the change request that we will create or have created in the system. We also have, so including the potential change order and the budgeted change order. So we have the revised budget quantity and amount. So we also have here your commitments, your cost commitments, your actuals, and the variance between the budgeted and actual. So you can also view it here. So there's a lot of columns available. So we can actually pick and choose the view that makes the most sense for us. So we can just click the column configurator and select which columns will are available and which columns will you select to be visible in the interface of the system. So you can also use the upload. Same with the template, you can also use the upload tool where you can just pull data from a third party file like an Excel or CSV for the estimates to populate this particular cost budget window. So you can use this file upload tool. So I would like to also highlight that if you can also group this cost budget by task. So meaning you can have like hundreds and thousands of budgets per cost goes or per items. Um, but you can also sum it up by clicking the group task task checkbox here. And now you can see a very clean view. So we have a total of 16 project tasks here in our cost budget tab. So it is also sum up also by totals already. So here we can have it view like this by group. So also we can um, for each project task, we can also view or the commitment details, the existing project purchase order subcontracts that we have, or view the transactions, the existing transactions that is related for this particular um, project task. So So same with the revenue budget. So here we saw in the summary that we monitor our revenue budget level by task only. So here we can see that for each project task, this is the percentage complete. The percentage complete already. This is the original budgeted amount that we have per task. The potential change order amount, the potential change order revenue amount for this project per task, the revised budgeted amount, a draft invoice if there's any, and our pending invoice amount. So since this is progress billing, so if we already have like 100%. For example, if we completed, for example, we have completed project task number 7 to 100% already. So it will update. So it will update our invoice, um, our pending invoice amount for this project task. So that's project task 7. So here it will auto-populate the pending invoice amount amounting to 99,155. And um, other than this, we can see the retainage percentage, which is the one that we put in our summary tab, and the draft retained amount for this uh, particular task or phase. So we can see here in the revenue budget. Same with we can utilize the upload tool, group by task, or view transactions for each project task in terms of um, revenue amounts. Other than this, if we want to see also the invoices as um, the actual amounts that we have here, the actual invoices related to this, we can just go to the invoices tab. And here we can see the pro forma invoice that is created and its related status, the AR invoice created from the pro forma invoice or from the project billing that we have run from this project screen and the status of it, whether it's open, closed. We can also view it here. We can also see if there's any unreleased retainage for this particular invoice and if this AR invoice pertains to the release retainage amount. So if it's a retainage document, we can see the original document of AR invoice where we have hold where we have hold the retainage. Okay, so we can also see it here. So other than the invoice tabs, we also have the commitments. So as mentioned, the commitments are our purchases or purchase orders and subcontracts. So we can see here um, the vendor, we have committed to the order quantity or the order total amounts, the currency and the status of that commitment, whether open, closed, or pending approval. So here we can also see for subcontract specifically that there is a file icon highlighted in yellow. So if we want to see what's in it, so we can just click the um, yellow file icon and we should see the note um okay here. So there's a file tagged to that particular subcontract line detail, and here as we click the file link we see that there's a short form standard subcontract uploaded for that transaction detail. So that is for our commitments. So other than the invoices in terms in revenue perspective and commitments in terms of cost perspective, we can also do view and manage or manage any changes related to the project. So change management is also one of the features and functions in this project screen. So if there are any project issues, which is a potential change request, we can also convert here it like this particular change request, this recent change request, which is a design change for second floor. If we click the details of that change request, we can see that this change request is actually from project issue IS 000012 with RFI with tag RFI, so request for information 005. So we can see other details in terms of the detailed description, if there's any markup for this change request, and any approvals that have um, that's been facilitated on this change request. So we can see it here. And once this change request is actually approved, we can convert it to change orders and actually um, um, this affects our cost budget levels or cost levels in terms of our um, cost summary report. So we can see here as well the status of those change orders, whether on hold, close, or still pending approval. So we can see the change date and approval date and the commitment, uh, 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 the change total for this particular change order. So so that's for change requests and change order tabs. So so once we have created these documents and created this and reflect these changes, we also have here the balances tab. So um, so this is one of the things that I want to also highlight on the project screens, because this is like a mini profit and loss, mini P&L inside the project screen. So it gives you an overview of where we are on this project at any given time. So we don't need to actually like have rely or request or um, get a detailed report from our finance team, request it on how our revenue looks like or how our expenses or cost looks like for this project. Um, in terms of our materials, labor, equipment expenses. So how does it look like for this project? So here, in terms of income and expenses, we can see the original budgeted amount that we have, the potential change orders in terms of revenue and cost, the actual amounts incurred, the historical actual amount in base currency, the open committed costs that we still have for this project. So all of these details are right here summarized in our balances tab. And if I want to see the detail of that, for example, I want to see the details of my um, labor amount, the actual amount that I have in my labor, I can just view transactions, because the actual transactions that I have for this project, and I can see um the activities, the hours tagged to this project, the employee um who incurred these activities. So it's all in here on the transaction details. So if I want um to see the original document. So I can just click this. Oh, sorry. So I don't have access for that particular time card. So, but here we can see the employee code as well. So, as you can see, you can set up your authorizations um, of which transactions you can just view or access to. So even though you have all the information right here, you can still set up or configure the authorizations. So that's for the labor. So if you want to see the commitment or open committed cost, like for example, the subcontractor expense. If we want to see the commitment details, we can just select the subcontractor line and view the commitment details. And here we can see all the records related to subcontract commitments. If we just want to see the cost commitments that are actually open, we can do so by filtering the status of the commitments to open only, and we can see that these are the details of the 512,000 open committed cost, which includes an 88,000 subcontract for this particular project task, and another 424,000 commitment uh, costs for subcontracts for this particular project task. If you want to see the details of that, just click again the hyperlink for that data, and you can utilize this drill down capability of the system, the standard drill down capability in Acumatica. Okay, so here we have the summary and the balances tab with drill down functionality to see for us to see the deep dive details of each amounts that we are looking at here in the balances tab. So actually, other than this, I want to highlight the compliance tab. So here we have the activities, the employees, the equipment that we can tag, the approvals related to this project screen, and the compliance. So this compliance pertains to the compliance documents for this project. So here we see that we have warning signs for certificates and our insurance. So here it says that the compliance document that we have uploaded here are already expired. So here for the certificate, um, here we see the details. It started for hotel project, and it was already expired. Um, for the insurance, it's also expired. If there are columns that are not relevant for viewing, you can just click again the column configurator and just remove to uh, uh, the column or the this particular account column, for example, um, back to the available columns or out from the selected columns. And here you can see a more summarized view of the compliance screen. Okay. So that is for compliance tab. So actually, this is just a tab within the project screen, but the compliance is actually another workspace in Acumatica. But I just highlighted it here too to for you to see that you can access all of this data in one screen. But just to show you where the compliance workspace is, it's here. So here, the compliance workspace, I can view the reports. I can even view the reports by vendor, by project. So if there are conditional waivers like final payment, progress payments, conditional or conditional waivers, you can have it, you can view it here. So for example, I want to run the compliance report by project and run the report. So I can do so. I can see here that for the beach hotel, commitment, these are the compliance items that I have the safety training certificate and the insurance, which are expired already for Italian restaurant, for Flager custom home. So I can see the compliance documents I have by project. So that is just a quick overview of compliance. Um, Now I want to jump into the project management workspace actually. So there's a project module available for the construction edition only in Acumatica. Um, so this allows you to create like document types for field to office collaboration, like request for information. So request for information, project issues, drawing logs, daily field report, photo log submittal. So the communication between the field and office are more seamless since you can access this information all in one system. So basically, of course, daily field report. This is the culmination of tracking all activities happening around your projects. So if you want to see the interface of the daily field report, we can just pull out one example. So for example, here we have a daily field report 002, and it documents the employee that work for that day for a certain project task and documenting if it's a billable hours and what is the labor item for it. If there's any change request, change order, subcontractors, um, that work on that day. You can document it too here. If there are any project issues arise on that day, you can also include it in the daily field report, photo logs, weather, what is the weather that day, the visitors, if there are important visitors that that is well noting, so you can have it. You can also have it documented here that there is particular inspection that was done on this date by BC Phillips Company. So you can uh, include this information on your daily field report. So depending actually on the size of your project, so you can document this and you can have this daily, you can utilize this daily field report either by day or could be weekly or few days in a week. So as long as this your timely field report documenting the um, um, important activities um, in the field. Okay, so that is for the daily field report. We also have the photo logs. So photo logs, these are the job site progress photos. So earlier in my project overview dashboard, I've talked about job site camera. So we can use this photo logs functionality to capture the job site um, progress photos. So it can be one photo or many photos. So one example, for example, wait, let me pull out one example of photo logs. So for example, photo log 006 for Palm Estate. Here we can see that there are multiple photos uploaded by admin. So there's one that for gray house and one for window rack openings. If there is any activity that you want to document for this photo log, you may do so as well on this screen. So other than this, we also have drawing logs. We also have like project issues. So this project issues we can convert to a request for information if there are any issue that requires an answer or an information from a third party, we can tag them here and utilize it as part of our communication tools. We can also utilize our submittals. So submittals is built here built in here in the project management module. So if you have to do any submittal process for shop drawings, for work orders, for materials, you have the ability to create submittal process of here in Acumatica, submittal workflow. So if there are like particular like for example, let's pull out one example here for submittal ID 006. So here there's a description, detailed description of this particular submittal. And here in the submittal workflow tab, it is documented the required approver, the required submitter, reviewer, and approver for this submittal. So you can see the status if it's completed and approved already. You can also tag the due dates and the completion date for each um, activity line. So, so that is for the submittals. Okay, so um, So we have this so far we have discussed the dashboard. So we I presented to you the project overview dashboard, the project manager dashboard. We have discussed the projects under construction workspace. And within this project, we have also covered already the compliance functionality in Acumatica, which has a um, separate workspace. We have discussed the reports. not just in the um, compliance, but also within the dashboard. So construction edition of Acumatica has more than 50 plus reports that we can utilize. So same with project management. So there we can um, we we have covered this also already. So next one that I want to the last one that I want to cover on this session is actually the mobile application. So let me just share with you my mobile screen. Okay. So here I will stop sharing and I will let my uh, and I will share my screen on my mobile phone. Okay. So I hope it's visible in your end already. Okay. So here we can access Acumatica app. So just put the company, your username and password. So here upon logging in, we can see the KPIs. So overdue tasks, active projects, lead projects as my KPI. I also have my recently visited um, functions. So I can see here the one that we've just discussed earlier under project management workspace, the submittals, photo logs, daily field report, our workspaces. So same with the one you have in the browser, we can access it here. So here in the project management, as discussed earlier, if we have any project issue, so I can easily utilize this mobile app, create a project issue right from my mobile. So just um, um, describe the project issue that you have. So, for example, like click on the roofing, okay, and tag the project. So, for example, it's for beach hotel, okay, and we what kind of issue type is this? So, for example, it's subcontractor issue, the one that did our roof. So, project task. So, we will tag it here under masonry and our class ID. So if you want to add it as your part of your field report, you may do so. Is it low, medium, or high? So we can just tag it as a medium priority. So other than that, if you want to upload a photo, so for example, so just a camera of our roof. So example, this one. Okay. So if there are no other details that we want to include on our project issue, we can just click save. And here we have our project issue ID 0016. So if I'm going back to my browser, so let me just um, share screen again from my browser so I can see from my um, project issues that I have created project issue ID IS00016. There's the leak on the roofing. I've also added a file or an image file on this particular issue. So I can just click it and I should see the one that I have uploaded from my mobile application. So here I have the receipt camera and I can see the leak on the roofing. Okay, so I think that's all for now for my overview of Acumatica Construction Edition. So from dashboards to mobile application, I hope we've covered um, some of the functions in the system. Again, thank you so much.